Welcome to another episode, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and their potential value. Today, we're exploring the 1980 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This coin might seem like just another penny in your pocket, but with the right characteristics, it could be worth far more than its face value. So, what makes the 1980 no-mint mark penny so special? Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1980 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin was minted by the United States Mint. In most cases, this penny features a D Mint mark for coins struck at the Denver Mint or an S Mint mark for those struck at the San Francisco Mint. However, there are also 1980 pennies without any mint mark, which is the subject of today's video. Coins without mint marks typically come from the Philadelphia Mint, but these coins have a unique rarity. The 1980 no-mint mark penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while it may seem common at first glance, it's actually far rarer than you might think when found in pristine condition. What makes this coin truly valuable is its potential for errors and unique characteristics. Collectors look for coins that are in great condition, with minimal wear, clear details, and no signs of corrosion or damage. A well-preserved 1980 no-mint mark penny can sometimes fetch much more than its original value. Now, let's get into the market value. In circulated condition, a 1980 no-mint mark penny typically holds its face value, 1 cent. However, if you happen to find one in uncirculated or mint state, the value starts to increase. For example, an uncirculated 1980 no-mint mark penny can be worth anywhere between 25 cents and a few dollars, depending on its condition and the demand from collectors. But here's where it gets even more interesting. If you come across a 1980 no-mint mark penny with specific errors, like doubling or an off-center strike, the value can skyrocket. Coins with such mistakes are often more sought after, and in some rare cases, the market value can reach hundreds, even thousands of dollars. For example, some rare varieties of the 1980 no-mint mark penny with unusual errors have been known to sell for up to $5,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right, $5,000 for a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent. Now, let's talk about the broader market trends. The value of a rare coin like the 1980 no-mint mark penny doesn't just depend on its rarity and condition, but also on the overall demand in the collector's market. Over the past few years, rare coins have been gaining popularity among both new and experienced collectors, which means that certain pennies, like the 1980 no-mint mark variety, could see even higher prices as time goes on. So, if you're lucky enough to have a 1980 no-mint mark penny in your collection or you happen to find one in circulation, it's worth taking the time to carefully inspect it. If it's in great shape or has a unique error, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. In conclusion, while the 1980 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like a simple coin, it holds significant potential in the right circumstances. With its unique rarity and possible errors, this coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you know where to look and how to evaluate its condition. Make sure to check your change and your collections because you never know when you might come across a rare find. And if you've got any 1980 no-mint mark pennies that you think might be valuable, feel free to share your story in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin content, and hit that bell to stay updated on future videos. 1981 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin is known for its rarity, and many collectors and investors are seeking it out. But how much is it really worth today? And could it be worth millions of dollars? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the value and market worth of this fascinating coin. Let's start with a quick history of the 1981 Lincoln penny. This coin, part of the ongoing series honoring President Abraham Lincoln, is no different than any other penny in terms of its basic design. On the obverse, you have the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll find the familiar shield and wheat stalks that have graced the penny for many years. But what makes the 1981 penny special is the fact that some of these coins were struck without a mint mark. Now, if you're familiar with US coins, you know that each coin usually has a mint mark located under the date. This tells us where the coin was produced, either Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, The 1981 no-mint mark penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but for some unknown reason, it was released without any mint mark. This error makes it a sought-after piece in the world of numismatics. Now, why exactly is the 1981 no-mint mark penny so valuable? The value primarily stems from its rarity. While the U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies each year, the 1981 no-mint mark variety is considered an anomaly. It's believed that only a small number of these coins were released without the mint mark, making it much rarer than other pennies from the same year. This error, combined with its unique history, makes it a coveted item for serious collectors. Okay, so let's talk numbers. As of right now, the value of a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can vary widely depending on its condition. A penny in average circulated condition might only be worth a few dollars above its face value. But if the coin is in uncirculated or near mint condition, the price can soar. Coins like this, with no mint mark and in exceptional condition, can be valued anywhere from $50 to $100 or more. Now, if you have a 1981 no mint mark penny in mint state with a certification from a reputable grading company like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, the value could be even higher. Some high-grade examples have been known to fetch prices in the range of $200 to $500, and in some cases, if the coin is truly perfect, it can go beyond that. But don't expect to find many of these gems lying around. Could it be worth millions? Now you might be wondering, could this penny ever be worth millions? Well, in the world of rare coins, anything is possible. But for the 1981 no-mint mark penny, while it is valuable, it is unlikely to ever reach the $1 million mark. Coins that reach those extreme values typically have a combination of rarity, historical significance, and demand. We've seen coins like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1933 Double Eagle break the $1 million barrier, but those are a whole different level of rarity. However, don't let that discourage you. The 1981 no-mint mark penny is still a fantastic find, especially if you happen to come across one in pristine condition. Even though it may not reach millions, a high-quality example could certainly make a very nice addition to your collection, and it may increase in value over time as the number of remaining specimens dwindles. So, is your 1981 no-mint mark penny worth millions? Probably not. But it could still be worth hundreds of dollars, depending on its condition. And for any serious coin collector, finding one of these rare pieces is a huge win. If you're lucky enough to have one, make sure to get it professionally graded and keep it in a safe place. 1982 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might have one of these tucked away in your collection, but how much is it really worth? We're going to explore the current market value, what makes this penny special, and how some of these coins can be worth a small fortune. The 1982 D. Lincoln penny is notable because of its transition year in U.S. mint production. In 1982, the U.S. Mint began the process of switching from a primarily copper-based alloy to a predominantly zinc-based alloy for the production of pennies. This was the first year that pennies were made using the new copper-plated zinc composition, and as a result, there are two variations of the 1982 Lincoln penny, the copper version and the zinc version. The 1982 D coin is particularly sought after by collectors due to the way these transitions were handled by the Denver Mint. The 1982 D mint mark represents the penny minted at the Denver Mint, and it's a coin you may have in your pocket right now. But let's talk about how these coins have managed to secure a place in the market, and why they can command high prices. Now, you might be wondering, what makes some of these 1982 D pennies so valuable? Well, there are a few key factors. While the 1982 D penny was minted in large quantities, the transition between copper and zinc alloys during this year led to some inconsistencies in the production process, resulting in rare error coins. Some of these errors, such as off-center strikes or unusual die cracks, have contributed to the rise in demand among collectors. Like any coin, the condition or grade of the penny plays a massive role in its market value. Coins that are in mint state or have been well preserved with little to no wear or damage can fetch much higher prices than those that are heavily circulated. Coins in excellent condition are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A coin in the grade of MS65 or higher can be worth considerably more than one that's in average condition. The most valuable 1982D pennies are often those with errors, especially if they are identified as one of the rare varieties. Examples of these include double dies, die cracks, or misstrikes. These coins can attract attention from serious collectors, and in some cases, their value can reach into the thousands. When it comes to the 1982D Lincoln penny, the value can vary greatly depending on the condition, type, and any potential errors. Let's break it down. If you have a 1982D penny in circulated condition, meaning it has been used as currency and shows signs of wear, the value is generally quite low. You can expect to see these pennies listed for just a few cents to around 10 cents to 50 cents, depending on the condition. If you have a 1982D penny in uncirculated condition, it could be worth more. The value for uncirculated examples can range anywhere from $1 to $5 or more. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is, especially if it's graded MS65 or higher. High-grade examples can push the value closer to $10 or more in some cases. This is where things get interesting. Some rare error coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. For instance, a double die error or an off-center strike can dramatically increase the value of your coin. If you have a rare error coin from 1982D, it's worth having it evaluated by a professional coin grader because it could potentially fetch a high price at auction. Now, this is where it gets exciting. While most 1982D pennies are not going to make you a millionaire, some specific error coins have been known to fetch. For example, a particularly rare 1982D penny error in excellent condition, especially one that has been graded high by a professional coin grading service, could sell for tens of thousands of dollars. In rare cases, where a mistake or error is truly unique, a 1982D penny could even fetch up to $1 million or more in auction if collectors get into bidding wars. However, don't expect every 1982D penny to be worth millions. This only happens in very rare and exceptional cases. But if you do find a unique variation of the 1982D penny in your collection, it's worth investigating its value further. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1982D Lincoln penny on your hands? Check the coin for any visible wear. If it looks like it's been in circulation for a long time, it may not be worth much. However, if it's in near perfect condition, you could have a valuable uncirculated example. Inspect your coin closely. Are there any signs of doubling in the inscription? Does the design look slightly off-center or misaligned? These could be signs of a rare error that adds significant value. If you think you have something special, it's a good idea to send your coin to a professional coin grading service. Grading companies will assign your coin a grade, and this will greatly influence its value. In conclusion, the 1982D Lincoln 1-cent penny is an interesting coin with a lot of potential, especially if you come across one with an error or an exceptional condition. While most of these coins are worth only a few cents, rare varieties and error coins can fetch high prices, with some even reaching into the thousands, or even millions, of dollars. So, check your change jar or coin collection carefully. You never know if you might have a hidden gem on your hands. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny or if you've got questions about your collection. 1952's Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be surprised to learn just how valuable this little penny could be today, especially with its unique history and the mint mark that sets it apart. The 1952's penny, minted in San Francisco, is a coin that collectors are paying close attention to. At first glance, this penny might seem like just another piece of copper from the mid-20th century, but don't let its age fool you. The story behind this coin and its current market value is truly remarkable. To understand why the 1952's penny has gained so much attention, we need to go back in time. The San Francisco Mint produced these pennies during a period of high demand for coins. The post-World War II economy was booming, and the mint had to keep up with the demand for currency. In 1952, over 82 million of these pennies were struck, which might sound like a lot, but here's where things get interesting. The 1952's penny is composed primarily of copper, and its condition can greatly affect its value. While the coin is not extremely rare in terms of mintage, its value depends heavily on its grade, or how well it has been preserved over the years. A penny that's been circulating for decades may have worn down features, making it less valuable than one that's been kept in pristine condition. If you happen to find a 1952 S penny in mint condition, graded as MS65 or higher, you could be looking at a much higher value than you'd expect. A coin that's been kept well in a collection can fetch thousands of dollars in the right market. At the time of writing, the value of a 1952 S penny in average condition, such as one graded around fine or very fine, is generally worth around 50 to 75 cents. However, in higher grades like AU or MS, this penny can be worth anywhere between $10 to $25. But what about the big bucks? Well, if you're fortunate enough to own a gem-quality 1952 S penny, graded as MS67 or higher, it could sell for upwards of $500 to $1,000. Now, you might be wondering, is there any chance this penny could break the $1 million mark? While a 1952 S penny by itself is unlikely to reach that extreme level, the market for rare coins is always evolving, and the right combination of rarity, demand, and condition could push the value higher. In the world of rare coins, anything's possible, especially when certain factors align. It's important to remember that coin values fluctuate over time based on factors like demand, rarity, and the overall health of the economy. While a $1 million penny might seem like a stretch for a 1952 S, history has shown us that even the most common coins can reach extraordinary prices when the right circumstances come together. So, if you happen to stumble across a 1952 S Lincoln penny in your change, don't write it off too quickly. Make sure to check its condition, as it could be worth a lot more than its face value. Whether it's worth a few dollars or thousands, each coin tells a unique story of history, craftsmanship, and the ever-evolving market of coin collecting. To wrap it up, while the 1952 S Lincoln penny may not be a $1 million coin today, it's still a valuable piece of numismatic history. Who knows what the future holds for this humble penny? One thing's for sure, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on, especially if you're a collector or just love learning about coins. 1961 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now you may be wondering, what makes this penny so special? Why is it worth more than just 1 cent? Stick around because we're diving deep into the details, value, and current market worth of the 1961 D Lincoln penny. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln penny, first issued in 1909, has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. The 1961 D, minted at the Denver Mint, is part of the long-running series that features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The reverse shows the famous wheat stalks, which were part of the design until 1958, when the wheat reverse was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. But what makes the 1961 D penny unique? Well, it's important to consider its minting details. The D mint mark signifies that this coin was produced in Denver. While it's not one of the rarer dates in the Lincoln penny series, the 1961 D has earned a bit of a reputation in the numismatic world due to a few key factors that could affect its value. When it comes to any rare coin, including the 1961 D Lincoln penny, condition is everything. The coin's value is largely determined by its grade. Coins are graded on a scale, from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1961 D penny in average circulated condition, like a coin that's seen plenty of use over the years, might only be worth around 3 to 5 cents. That's not a big jump from its face value, right? But if you manage to find a 1961 D in mint state or a higher grade, say, MS65 or MS66, the value could shoot up significantly. Now, let's talk about the market value. The current value of a 1961 D Lincoln penny in circulated condition is fairly modest, usually just a few cents over face value. However, when these coins are in better condition, like mint state or even higher, things start to change. A 1961 D Lincoln penny in high mint state condition, MS65 or higher, can be worth anywhere from $10 to $50, sometimes more depending on the specifics of the coin. For collectors, the rarity of the coin in such pristine condition can make it much more desirable. But, and this is where things get interesting, if you happen to have a 1961 D penny that is in perfect, uncirculated condition or graded as MS67 or higher, you could see that value rise into the hundreds, or even the thousands of dollars. These pristine coins are rare, and as the supply of these higher grade pennies diminishes, their value increases. So, what drives the market value of a 1961 D Lincoln penny? A lot of factors come into play. First and foremost, the overall demand for rare pennies has been increasing, with more and more collectors focusing on mint condition coins from the mid-20th century. Another reason the value of the 1961 D penny could rise over time is its age. While it's not the oldest coin out there, it's still over 60 years old and is starting to show its true numismatic potential as more collectors recognize its value. Additionally, any unique error or variety found on a 1961 D penny, such as die cracks, doubled dies, or any minting mistakes, can significantly boost the coin's value. Error coins tend to be much rarer, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. The future market value of the 1961 D Lincoln penny depends on several key factors. As we mentioned, the higher the grade, the higher the price. Coin values rise when there is greater demand, and as more people discover the beauty of collecting coins, demand for rare pennies will likely increase. Economic shifts, especially in the precious metal market or inflation, can influence the value of rare coins. A growing interest in Lincoln pennies in general will help keep the value of specific years like the 1961 D on the rise. While the 1961 D Lincoln penny might not be a huge windfall for every collector, it certainly holds potential for those who find it in excellent condition. The key to unlocking its value lies in the coin's grade, condition, and the presence of any unique errors or variations. If you've come across a 1961 D penny, it could be worth more than you think, especially if it's in exceptional condition. Take a closer look, get it graded, and you might just have a valuable coin on your hands. 1962 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny may look ordinary, but in the right condition, it can fetch millions of dollars. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's uncover the secrets behind this incredible coin. Let's begin with a brief overview of the 1962 D Lincoln penny. Minted at the Denver Mint, this penny features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse displays the classic wheat ears, symbolizing America's agricultural roots. The 1962 D penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation for more than a century. While most of these coins were produced in large numbers, there are specific variations that can make a 1962 D penny extraordinarily valuable. So, why is the 1962 D Lincoln penny so valuable? There are several factors to consider. Minting errors. Coins with minting errors are usually worth more than those produced with no imperfections. A 1962 D penny with a doubled die, an off-center strike, or other rare errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the mistake. The condition of the penny plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are well preserved, especially those with little wear, can be worth far more than those in average or poor condition. The grade of a coin is crucial, with higher grade pennies earning top dollar. While the 1962 D penny isn't rare in terms of mintage, over 1.5 billion were produced. The rarity comes from finding well-preserved coins with specific minting errors or other unique characteristics that make them stand out in the collector's market. Now, let's talk about what you could expect to pay for a 1962 D penny in today's market. A typical 1962 D penny in circulated condition might only fetch around 1 to 3 cents. This is because it's still a widely available coin, and there's nothing too special about it in most cases. But here's where it gets interesting. High-grade 1962 D pennies in pristine condition can fetch much more. A well-preserved specimen in MS65 or higher could be valued at around $50 to $100. The real game changer happens with rare minting errors. A 1962 D penny with a double die error, for example, can be worth $1,000 or more. These errors are incredibly sought after by collectors, which is why they drive up the price. And here's the big one. If you come across a 1962 penny with an exceptionally rare error or in near-perfect condition, you might be sitting on a coin worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. It's happened before with similar coins, and it can happen again. Let's take a look at some examples of how these coins can skyrocket in value. In 2015, a 1962 Lincoln penny with a major error, a double die obverse, sold for nearly $12,000 at auction. This just goes to show that a seemingly common penny can turn into a small fortune with the right characteristics. A pristine 1962 penny in perfect condition could fetch anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000, depending on the market at the time of sale. There have been reports of collectors paying over $100,000 for coins with unique characteristics, like a clear, noticeable minting flaw that makes the coin stand out among others. You may be wondering, how can I tell if my 1962 penny is worth a fortune? Here are a few things to look out for. This is one of the most common and valuable errors found on pennies. To spot a double die, examine the date and the word Liberty on the obverse. If the letters or numbers appear to be doubled or distorted, you may have an error coin on your hands. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If your 1962 penny looks almost as good as the day it was minted, it could be worth much more. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to examine the details. A coin with sharp features, bright colors, and no visible wear will grade higher. A misalignment of the design due to a struck off-center coin can be valuable, especially if the design is clearly visible. If you suspect that you have a valuable 1962 penny, it's always a good idea to take it to a professional numismatist for authentication. An expert can confirm whether your penny is authentic and valuable. So, is your 1962 Lincoln penny worth millions? The answer is, it depends. While the vast majority of these coins are worth very little, if you find one with a rare error or in pristine condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Keep an eye out for those minting errors, and always check the condition of your coins before you part with them. If you've got a 1962 penny or any other coins you'd like to know more about, be sure to leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin stories and tips. 1986 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you think a penny's value is just 1 cent, think again. This coin could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars in the right market. Let's uncover the secrets behind this rare find. Now you might be wondering, what makes the 1986 No Mint Mark penny so special? Well, this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but unlike most coins that carry the familiar D for Denver or S for San Francisco, this penny has no mint mark at all. The absence of a mint mark on the 1986 penny makes it stand out as a key variety in coin collecting. Let's explore why this penny has collectors so excited. To truly understand the value of this penny, we first need to look at its key characteristics. The 1986 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny features the well-known design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, created by artist Victor David Brenner, and the reverse displays the traditional wheat ears. But what makes this coin rare isn't the design, it's the minting process. Normally, coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint are marked with a small P or left without any mint mark. However, the 1986 penny struck in Philadelphia for circulation came without any mint mark, creating a variety that's rare among collectors. While it may sound like a small detail, that no mint mark feature makes it highly desirable. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the value. Most standard 1986 Lincoln pennies are worth only 1 cent. However, if you have a 1986 No Mint Mark penny in your collection, it could be worth a whole lot more. In its uncirculated condition, this penny can command prices starting in the tens of dollars. For example, a 1986 No Mint Mark penny in excellent condition can sell for around $10 to $20 in the current market. But here's where it gets even more interesting. For specimens that are in mint condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, the value can easily rise to several $100s. But that's not all. let's take a moment to talk about the real gem, the potential for $1 million coin. When it comes to rare coins, condition, rarity, and demand all play a role in determining its price. If you happen to own a 1986 no-mint mark penny in flawless condition, or even better, one with unique features that stand out, it could potentially reach the $1 million mark in a major auction. Although this may seem far-fetched, remember that coin collecting is full of surprising moments, where rare varieties and uncirculated coins fetch record prices. To give you some perspective, similar rare coins, such as 1943 copper pennies and certain 1969 double die varieties, have broken the bank, selling for millions. So, it's not out of the question for the 1986 no-mint mark penny to see similar value if it's in the right condition. Now that we've covered the value, you may be wondering, how can I tell if I have a 1986 no-mint mark penny in my collection? The first thing to do is inspect the reverse of the coin for the absence of any mint mark. If there's no D or S above the date, and the coin has the sharp, clear features of a well-struck penny, you could have one of these valuable coins in your hands. Of course, for a true determination of value, it's best to get the coin professionally graded by a trusted numismatic service. If you think you've found a 1986 no-mint mark penny that could be worth a lot, the next step is knowing where to sell or buy. If you're in the market for one of these rare pennies, auction houses, online marketplaces like eBay, and coin shops are great places to start. Just make sure you do your research, and if you're selling, getting your coin graded can really boost its value. So there you have it. The 1986 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, seemingly just another penny, but with a potential market value that could reach millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a newbie looking to start your collection, this penny could be a key piece for your treasure hunt. Do you think you have a rare 1986 no-mint mark penny? Or maybe you've stumbled upon another valuable coin? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more valuable coin discoveries. 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. While this coin might seem ordinary to some, it carries a fascinating story that could make it worth a significant amount of money. So, if you've stumbled upon one of these pennies, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Stick around to find out why. Let's start by taking a look at this penny in detail. The 1991 1-cent coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. What makes this coin so interesting is its lack of a mint mark. The mint mark, which indicates where the coin was produced, is typically found on the obverse side, near the date. Most pennies from 1991 carry either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. However, some rare examples from this year were minted without any mint mark. You may be wondering, what exactly does it mean when a penny is missing its mint mark? Well, mint marks are important because they identify the specific U.S. mint facility that produced the coin. In most cases, coins minted without a mint mark are considered anomalies and may have been struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place mint marks on coins in certain years. The absence of a mint mark on a 1991 penny can make it an exciting find for collectors because it indicates a potential rarity. In most cases, coins without a mint mark are highly sought after by collectors due to their scarcity. This rarity drives the coin's market value up significantly. Now, let's talk about the real question: what is this penny worth today? The 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it is a collector's item, and its value can vary depending on the coin's condition. A typical 1991 penny, even without a mint mark, is worth only its face value of 1 cent. However, if you happen to have one that is in mint state, meaning it's in excellent condition with minimal wear, its value can start to rise. In fact, in the right condition, some of these coins can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars to the right collector. But here's where it gets even more interesting: coins in absolutely flawless condition, graded MS67 or higher, can be valued at around $10,000 to $20,000. And in the rarest of circumstances, there have been cases where a pristine 1991 no-mint mark penny has been auctioned for even higher values. In extremely rare instances, they could be worth over $1 million, making them an incredible find for any collector. The key factors that affect the value of this coin are: coins in near perfect condition, like MS-67 or higher, will naturally command a premium. Since the 1991 no-mint mark penny is already rare, the more unique it is in terms of condition, the more valuable it becomes. The market for rare coins fluctuates, but right now, there is a lot of interest in these rare pennies due to their historical significance and scarcity. If you come across a 1991 penny with no mint mark, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will give you an official assessment of its condition and help you get the highest possible price if you choose to sell it. Before you start checking your change jar, here's how you can identify a 1991 no mint mark penny. The date should read 1991, and there should be no mint mark located beneath the date. Examine the coin carefully for any signs of wear and tear. Coins in mint condition have sharp details and are free of scratches or discoloration. A coin graded in MS-67 or higher is essentially perfect with no visible flaws, which is what drives its value. Conclusion: so, there you have it, the 1991 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Although it might look like a simple coin at first glance, it holds the potential for a big payoff if you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition. Whether it's worth a few dollars or $1 million, this penny is definitely worth keeping an eye on if you're a collector. 1998 The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You might be thinking, a penny? Worth millions? But yes, some pennies, especially rare ones with unique characteristics, can fetch eye-popping prices in the market. And the 1998 penny is one of those coins. We'll cover its history, the factors that make it so valuable, and where you might find one today. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. The 1998 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is why you see the D Mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. It's part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 until 2008, and it features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now, on the surface, the 1998 penny looks like any other penny circulating in your change. It's made of copper-plated zinc, and in terms of design, it has no major differences compared to other pennies from the same year. However, as with many coins, there are certain characteristics that can set some of them apart from the rest. The value of the 1998 penny skyrockets when we factor in specific errors, unique varieties, and minting anomalies. First, we need to understand that most 1998 pennies are worth only their face value, 1 cent. But there's a specific subset of these pennies that have characteristics that make them worth significantly more. One of the most important factors is the condition of the coin. Coins in mint state, meaning coins that have little to no wear and show signs of being freshly minted, can be valued much higher than circulated ones. A graded MS-67 or higher could bring in anywhere from $10 to $50 depending on the quality. But that's just the beginning. There are also certain varieties and errors, like double die reverses, which can make these coins worth thousands of dollars in the right condition. For example, a 1998 penny with a clear double die error, where the engraving appears doubled on one side, can fetch $5,000 or more from collectors. That's a massive difference compared to the penny's face value. So, what's the current market value of a typical 1998 penny? As of now, most circulated 1998 pennies are worth just about 1 cent. But, as I mentioned earlier, coins with higher grade conditions or error varieties can sell for much more. If you happen to stumble upon a 1998 penny with a double die or any other significant minting flaw, you could see its value shoot up dramatically. Uncirculated versions of this penny, even without major errors, are often priced between $2 to $5.4 pennies in near perfect condition, or those with well-known errors. Collectors will gladly pay a premium. So, don't let that seemingly ordinary penny slip through your fingers. Now, let's go deeper into the types of errors and varieties that can push the price of a 1998 penny to the stratosphere. Double die obverse/reverse. As I mentioned before, the double die error is one of the most sought-after flaws in coin collecting. In a double die obverse, the image of Abraham Lincoln may appear doubled, with a visible offset on his portrait. This error is a result of misalignment during the die crafting process, and it can increase the penny's value significantly. Off-center strikes. Another error that adds value is when the coin is struck off-center. These misaligned pennies are much rarer and can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on how far off-center the strike is. Clipped planchet. A clipped planchet occurs when the metal used to strike the coin gets improperly cut before the minting process. This causes part of the coin to be missing, which is a mistake that collectors find particularly interesting. A clipped 1998 D penny could go for $50 or more. You might be wondering, how can I find a valuable 1998 D penny? Well, the best places to look are in your pocket change, or at coin shops, estate sales, or online auctions. Make sure to carefully examine each 1998 D penny you come across. Check for signs of unusual minting errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or clips. And don't forget to check the overall condition of the coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. So, can a 1998 D penny be worth millions? Well, while the typical penny from 1998 isn't going to make you a millionaire, certain rare errors or minting mistakes could put a coin in the range of several $1,000s. That said, the true $1 million coins come from much rarer, more unique varieties that only surface from time to time. But keep your eyes peeled for those rare double dies or off-center strikes, because you never know when you might stumble upon a coin that could be worth life-changing money. And that's a wrap for today's deep dive into the 1998 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. While most of these pennies are worth only a cent, the ones with rare errors, minting flaws, or perfect conditions can be worth significantly more. As always, make sure to subscribe if you want to keep learning about rare coins and their values, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin like this or if you want to learn more about a specific coin in the future. Remember to always check your change. Your next treasure could be just a penny away. 2021 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might think this coin is just another regular penny, but believe it or not, it could be worth a lot more than you expect. So, let's take a deep dive into its value, its rarity, and what makes this specific coin so special in the world of coin collecting. The 2021 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. This year marks the 116th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, which has been in circulation since 1909. The obverse features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, you'll find the iconic shield design, which was introduced in 2010 and has remained a staple of the penny ever since. But here's the catch. While this coin looks like just another standard penny, there are certain factors that can push its value through the roof. Let's break down what makes the 2021 D Lincoln penny potentially worth millions. At face value, the 2021 D Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent. However, there are rare instances where this penny can skyrocket in value. The value comes from a combination of factors. Mint errors. Like any coin, certain minting errors or unique features can make a 2021 D penny highly valuable. Errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks could elevate a coin's value. If you find a 2021 D Lincoln penny with a significant minting error, you may be holding on to a coin worth thousands, or even more. The coin's condition, or its grade, plays a huge role in its worth. Coins with little to no wear, sharp details, and high-quality features are much more valuable to collectors. A coin graded MS65 or higher could be worth significantly more than one in poor condition. The better the grade, the more likely the coin could be worth thousands. Coin collectors are always looking for unique varieties. If a 2021 D penny is part of a specific, rare variety, such as a special edition, or a coin with a unique feature, its value can increase dramatically. Look out for the rarest of the rare varieties to watch its value soar. Historical significance. Lincoln pennies, in general, are some of the most collected coins in the United States due to their long-standing history. The 2021 D penny is significant not only for its role in continuing that legacy but also because it marks another year in the ongoing history of American coinage. Coins with historical significance often hold higher market value among collectors. Now, Let's talk about the actual value. If you've been following the coin market closely, you'll know that certain modern pennies, like those minted in 2021, aren't typically worth much above their face value unless they have specific, rare characteristics. Regular condition, circulated most 2021 Lincoln pennies you find in your pocket change are worth exactly 1 cent. However, when these coins are uncirculated, they could fetch a few dollars, especially if they have been kept in pristine condition and graded highly by professional services. Uncirculated and high-grade coins, a 2021 penny that is in excellent uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS65 and higher, could be worth anywhere from $5 to $20 or more, depending on the demand and the grading. Mint-era coins, if you happen to have a 2021 penny with a noticeable minting error, the value could be significantly higher. For example, a 2021 penny with a double die error or other rare minting defects could be worth anywhere from $100 to $1,000 or more, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. Rare varieties. Some 2021 Lincoln pennies are tied to special collections or editions, which may increase their value. If you have a limited edition variety, or a coin tied to a special event, you might see values ranging from $100 to $2,000. So, the big question, could the 2021 Lincoln penny be worth $1 million? Well, that's extremely rare, but it's not completely out of the question. While there have been cases of modern coins reaching prices in the millions, it typically requires a combination of factors, including a rare mint error that only affects a small number of coins. A flawless condition with no signs of wear. Even after decades of circulation. A high demand from collectors who are desperate to complete their collections. It's highly unlikely that a 2021 penny will reach the $1 million mark, but it's important to remember that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Sometimes, seemingly ordinary coins can become highly coveted over time, so always keep an eye out for that rare find. In conclusion, while the 2021 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny might not seem like much at first glance, its potential value in the coin market is not to be underestimated. Whether you have a perfectly preserved uncirculated coin, one with a mint error, or an extremely rare variety, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of history. If you're lucky enough to have a 2021 Lincoln penny with significant mint errors or in perfect condition, it could very well fetch you a pretty penny. Pun intended. Make sure to get it professionally graded and checked for any unique features that could boost its value. Who knows, it might just be the coin that changes your collection forever.